Hi guys, so I'm standing in one of my rental units. We just had tenants move out and they had been living here for 2 years. And I've owned this property for 4 years. And during that time, I really haven't been able to do much remodeling or, give the house some TLC. So I wanted to walk through what happens when a tenant moves out, what kind of damage you might be able to expect if you're gonna be a landlord or a property owner in this type of situation. So let's walk through some of the damage, and then I want to show you what I'm going to do to remodel this house. I want to put in some new flooring, give it a paint job, fix all the damage, things like that. So let's take a look at what's going on after these tenants have moved out. We got the kitchen behind me here. Here's kind of the main room. You can see all the marks on the wall from where they hung stuff up. And I'll show you kind of the floors and some other little damage or things that you would have to fix as an owner that you might not think about. But really it takes a lot of time and hard work to solve all of these issues once tenants move out to get it ready for the next tenant. So let's take a look. So here's one of the first things that you'd see when you walk in. They had dogs, and not only did they paw at the side of the door for 2 years straight, but you look outside and everything out front used to be nice black mulch, and it's all been torn up because of the dogs. And look how dirty the front door is from them coming and going and the dogs. So everything has to be repainted. I have to sand everything, all of these little marks. This is actually very unhelpful coming from a tenant doing this, because they didn't do it correctly, and it's just gonna cause me to do more and more sanding because they lay this on so thick. So it actually is not very helpful if a tenant is covering their own holes. Now, what's nice about this unit is there's big vaulted ceilings, but there's some discoloration on the ceiling here, so I need to paint that. And I also want to get rid of these old fans. So there's one here, and then there is one in here as well. I don't want to get rid of those. I already bought 2 new fans, but while we're in here, we can take a look at some of the damage. And again, same thing with the spackling of these holes, which is not helpful. And then there's this faux brick, but it's been damaged here as well. So I'm looking at ripping that all off. You can see how the damage extends all the way through this wall. And then something about, I'll open the window here, something about then of course these are, the blinds are broken, of course. So these need to be replaced as well. I can't even open it right now, so that's annoying. But you can see the damage in the floor here. I don't know what happened. It looks like they were firing quarters into the straight into the ground. So I got to replace all of this, and stuff like that comes out of the deposit for the tenant. Because that's not really normal damage. The bed frame or whatever that was, shouldn't be causing that level of damage. I may need to replace this door as well. There was a door stop here, and it punctured a hole right through this door. So if I'm not able to fix that, I need to buy a new door, and again, charge the tenants for that, because it was not like that when they moved in. So, forcing that door open did not help. So, and then, just everything has little nicks and scrapes. You have to paint everything. There's some type of wet mark here that has to be either cleaned or sanded. And then let's take a look. I put in this brand new backsplash. There's discoloration here. I'm hoping I can get this off, but if not, then that's something else I have to deal with. And of course, looking behind the fridge here, that was not cleaned, so I have to do that. Everything is really, really dirty here. The front of the cabinets, totally filthy, so that requires cleaning. And then take a look at the stove real quick. One of the things that was done was that they had broken the cooktop of the stove, and the glass cooktop was shattered. And so now you can see it was somehow repaired, but it doesn't line up anymore. And so there's also debris here. And so this is a fire hazard because you can actually smell smoke here. And I don't know what exactly happened, but this whole stove needs to be replaced. You can see that the LED broke too. Now let's take a look at the bathroom. Immediately you can see some damage on the wall here next to the tub. And so I don't know what happened here. You know, I don't know if they were not closing the shower curtain, but this all has to be repaired. I have to take off this baseboard. You know, this is really, really gross. Let's get a look there. So, you know, some of this is not standard damage. Some of it is standard damage, you know, which you'll learn. But again, this is super unhelpful to just lay this on so thick like that. Some weird scratch marks. You know, I don't know if that was like a cat. I know they had a cat trying to get up here. And then you know, there was a hole punched in the ceiling, so I can't really explain that. But other than that, everything else looks pretty good. So, you know, it's weird because like every window is missing blinds or the blinds don't work. So I have to solve that, you know, missing a light bulb here. So, I got a lot of work to do, but I'm gonna get started with, this was not caused by the tenants, but the tenant or the tile started to break. So I'm gonna replace the floors and get started on that today. But you know, you can see you know, how dirty it is under the sink. So got a lot of work to do. A couple other things I noticed. It's like the front door is missing screws. You know, it's like, why would that happen? So I gotta go put some screws in here, tighten this up. You know, that's a security issue, and you wanna make sure that your doors are strong and close properly. And then there's one more thing I noticed in the bathroom is, you know, they try to hide issues, but as soon as I open that, this whole door falls off. So I have to find a way to fix that. You know, it's super dirty and kind of disgusting with all these, you know, handprints and things like that. So it's a lot of cosmetic stuff that needs to be solved. So I got to get to work. A lot of dirt right here, you know, from the cooktop coming over onto the fridge, and then I just pulled out the stove, and of course it's absolutely disgusting down here, not been cleaned once. You know, look at all this grime here that is gonna take me a while to clean. So, you know, really disappointing when that happens, and tenants don't care for the property and they just move out without really a second thought. Here's something else that was weird. They decided to put Comet all over the sink, which doesn't really make sense. I don't really understand that, because Comet is a cleaning agent. It doesn't help if you just pour it on and let it sit. It does nothing. So you got to mix it with water and scrub. And so you know, the sink is filthy right now, but you know, I have a lot of cleaning to do to get this place back looking really nice. So I mentioned how the yard was torn up. I had all of this looking really, really nice and even, you know, with this nice black mulch, and the dogs would consistently tear it up, and you know, this whole area is uncovered right here. So I got a trailer loaded up with 20 bags of mulch. So we're gonna spread that around and get the yard looking good again. Got most of the new mulch in place and filled in on the areas that were missing it, so it's looking a lot better. Still need to do some weed control across the property. The weeds this year have been just crazy with all the rain, so at least the yard is looking good. And now we can get inside and start shoveling some tile. All right, guys, so I am just about finished with the remodel here. This was the unit that I was working on, and then there's another unit right here, which is ready to go. I'm really excited to get these back on the marketplace. After about almost 4 weeks of taking care of the remodel in this unit, and that includes painting absolutely everything, the entire ceiling, 3 coats on every wall, and it came out really, really nice. I'm really excited about it, and I spent about $8,000 on this remodel, and that includes about $5,000 of flooring and a new stove and all the paint and just kind of miscellaneous cleaning items, things like that. So I'm about to take you guys inside to show you the remodel. I really think it's night and day from what I showed you before with all the damage that the tenants had caused. So I'm super stoked with how it came out, and it is just about ready for a new tenant. So let's head back inside and I'll show you guys the finished product. So again, super stoked with these floors. It is commercial grade 20 millimeter vinyl. It should last forever. It is waterproof. So I really wanted to get high quality stuff because we see the damage that tenants cause. So, and again, I want to walk through everything that I fixed to get this place ready to go back on the marketplace. It was in rough shape, as we saw when the tenants moved out, and now it looks like a brand new home, honestly. So I'm excited about it. Let's go take a look at some of the things that are new. Now, at the beginning of the video, I showed you this terrible wall that was just destroyed because of the dogs, and now everything is fixed. You would never tell that it was damaged before. And you also notice that I put all new black mulch out in front, so the yard is looking nice and fresh. And I did a white coat of paint on the ceiling to fix all that discoloration, and it looks nice and sharp now. The walls have that same white. We kept the gray here, and I was able to clean the backsplash, which is really nice, and get everything in the kitchen spick and span. Here's a look at that new Samsung stove. Really excited about that. I'm leaving it in plastic to show the tenants, hey, I just invested in this property, and please, please, please try to keep it nice. I'm giving you a nice place to live. Please try to keep it that way. So, and also 1 fan in each room right here. I'm really excited about that. So we got a new fan there and a new fan over here, which helps bring some brand new LED lighting to this really clean, fresh looking space. So everything is looking really modern, and you can see here, I'm gonna stand in the corner. I just love this view because it makes everything just look so tight and modern. I love that color palette with the black and the gray and the white. And then that bouncing off of the new floors here. You know, I specifically went with a light brown so that everything would match and the tones would come together really nicely. So, and of course our blue front door. So excited about everything. And we kept the tile in here because this was really nice. We got a transition strip, and I'm basically done, short of giving everything a final wipe down with a towel, sorry. And you know, excited to get it back on the market. So thanks again for watching, guys. If you're able to give me a like on the video to help give it a boost in the algorithm, I would really appreciate it. Until the next DIY project, we'll see you later.